Mr. Mario Franco, the President of the Foundation of Mobile Communication in Portugal, and Ms. Martina Roth, the Director of Global Strategy, Research and Policy from Intel.
Thank you very much and welcome on stage. So, Mr. Franco, I heard that in Portugal, you and your Foundation for Mobile Communication have been very, very successful in implementing the eSchool Magellan Notebook computer program, which makes one computer available for each child in Portugal and some other countries. So, has education really been brought to all? And what are the effects of, giving technology to everybody?
Well, we are very proud with the fact that in Portugal we are the first country in the world where every student from 6 years old until 18 years old have access to their own laptop and internet access. And we also made a big investment in other aspects of the schools and teacher training and content, and the impact is Portugal now come from the lowest part of PISA, which is the education benchmark, to the middle, and in special in the report on usage of technology for learning, Portugal is on the top of this, and that is the impact in Portugal.
Okay, that's absolutely amazing. Thank you, Mr. Franco. Mr. Mario. Okay, Mario. Thank you so much. Okay, Ms. Roth, you're from Intel, and Intel supports a 21st century education transformation program with about $100 million annually. So the special focus of this program is to develop 21st century skills. So I would like to know, what exactly do you define as 21st century skills, and why are they so important?
Thank you. I think that this afternoon we were talking about it, that critical thinking, problem solving, especially collaborative problem solving, not individual problem solving, communications, creativity, innovation, those are the 21st century skills that we need from you in order to have then those future employees in our industry, but all over the society. And those specific skills that we are demanding, that we are looking for, we need already to be developed in the classroom, starting in the primary level schools, going up to the A-level and vocational schools. And we are very proud that we are working with more than 56 governments all over the world, and have just recently announced together with UNESCO the 10 millionth teacher that we trained in this program, because we all know that teachers are the ones that need most support in the classroom to exactly develop those skills. And as we are an ICT company, of course, we are also proposing the methodology together with pedagogues that we are working with together, the methodology how to make best use, effective use of technology in the classroom to develop those skills. And those projects that we see here, and those projects that we, for instance, are promoting in the International Intel ISA Fair, 1,400 from all over the world every year, those are the ones that we say are the projects par excellence that we want to see, others to follow. And when you at the end of the day then have projects like yours, and many, many others coming, then I'm very confident that the future, will bring us the innovators we need in order to build this future that you talk about.
Thank you very much, Ms. Roth and Mario. So please join me in giving recognition to the winners in the next category.
I would now like to ask the winners of the category Education for All to please come on stage. Mr. Sébastien Bordeaux and Mr. Jocelyn Lecamus from France with their project ECO, the Pupil's Best Friend. Ms. Eileen Knowles and Ms. Mila Lukic from Canada with their project Education Generation. Mr. Jitin Krishnan from India with his project Make a Difference.
So I would like the lauditors to help us, give the winners their certificates. Maria, please do us the honors. Maybe you can come more forward so everybody can see you.
What I would like expectations. Now, not only this audience is looking at you, in fact, the whole internet audience is looking at you to come up with something that is even more bigger, more exciting, and I will look at it. So I will really watch how your development is going, and I would be happy if you contact me for any support. But I think the most important is go out and do something wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, now I become the one. So having here a girls' team in front of me, we all saw the project. I'm really excited about that one as well. Perhaps an analogy. Looking into your sparkling eyes, it reminds me that a fire always starts with sparks. So I wish you that those sparkling eyes always will spark and spread the sparks, into the audience and to all the communities you're going. So again, I would expect also from you wonderful things. And as you are girls, future women, future mothers, I'm just then hoping that those sparks will also jump into the eyes of your kids. All the very best. Congratulations.
Okay, congratulations.
You want to say? So this is a kind of, sharing, collaboration.
It's an alliance from private and public sector.
Very good. So what I give you on your word, okay, think of the Olympic Games. And I would really think that is the same spirit here. It's about exaggerating. It's about going beyond the limits. And it's about doing something good for the world. Thinking of India, it's a huge country, and the country needs your help. So when you are the Olympic champion of the future, you will be not only coming back with a medal and inspiring others, you will actually change the world in your country, because the world starts with an individual. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Fantastic projects all around. So if I can have Project Eco here next to me, please. Sebastian, I really love your project. Oh, he is Sebastian. And you're Jocelyn. Okay, I will talk to both of you. Okay. So your project really addresses the needs and requirements of digital natives, and I think that's really, really good, because the way young people use technology, even people much younger than us, is absolutely different from anything the world has ever seen. It's modern, sophisticated, and that's exactly what your project is, But what I want to know, the Millennium Development Goal is education for all.
Yeah.
So, how do you plan to make your project, affordable and accessible to, the rural community in developing countries?
So that's a good question. The thing is, we choose the pen because it's really cheap. So even poor pupils in France can afford it. And we think that really soon, even in countries like South of Asia, Bangladesh, and other countries, pupils will be able to afford this pen, because it can cost like 10 to 20 euros. And what we are really trying to do is to build a community of pupils who help each other and progress together. So we don't need money for that. You just need internet. So.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much.
So I'd like the next project, Education Generation, to please come over here. So if I'm right, you have given 263 scholarships till date. And what we really like about the project is that it makes use of crowdfunding and micro-investing to provide education to the people who need it. So how many people do you need to donate $20 to double that number?
So it's funny that you asked that question, because I'm not the mathematical one. But to me, more than numbers, we need people in the developed world that really come to understand the situation of those living in the developing world and start to see each other as equals. So I come from Ecuador, and I just happen to be living in Vancouver. And something that we heard a lot today was that it's not necessarily about numbers, it's about the intangibles. And in Education Generation, although in the surface we are looking at numbers, and that's how we convince our donors to donate to us, what we really care about is the quality of the education, the message that we give to our donors, and we definitely see it as our responsibility to properly represent the potential of the youth. So you've definitely asked the wrong person the numbers question, but to me what really matters about this project is how we tell stories about people, and how sort of there's this TED talk that I really like that's called The Danger of the Single Story. And we want to stay away from being from the developed world right now to sort of spreading the message of need and putting forth a message of opportunity and potential.
So how many people in this room are willing and ready to donate $20 to their project after the gala? I'm not good with maths either.
Maybe like 15.
Yeah. 17.
Okay, fantastic. Jithin, if you can come forward. You know, I really love about your project that you have been able to create a huge, huge volunteer base and manage it in an absolutely amazing and, you know, way that is so coordinated. You know, you have replacements for people that don't come, and people have to attend your meetings, and you have this software that does all these things. And I think it's amazing. So, you know, how long did it take you to perfect this model?
Let's see. Any system that we put in place, it obviously has its failings. And I think what happened was, I remember the time when we had just started out, when we used to go to people and say, hey, we are make a difference, can you support us? And they used to say, you are young kids, you are in college, you will fold in 3 months. Okay, but the volunteers that we have, the sort of commitment that we have from our volunteers, we never did. No matter how many systems failed, no matter how many processes didn't work out, no matter how many programs didn't work, the bugs we had, people just kept on coming back, because ultimately, I think all of us, all of 1,000 volunteers relate, very well to the sort of work that we do, the sort of dreams that we give to our children. I think the moment that volunteers change is the first class they take. They see for themselves. I think most people have this stereotype about the underprivileged, and you need to break it. I mean, there's a stereotype that, okay, the underprivileged are not good enough, and that's why they are underprivileged. But the moment you go to class and you find out the 10 kids who are standing in front of you are way, way smarter than you are, and they'll beat you any day, then you sort of, undergo the change. So the process itself, it took 4 years to perfect. So we have been working since 2006. The year that we absolutely got it right, spot perfectly, was this year.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you all, and congratulations.